Right. Hi, everybody. It's Saturday afternoon. Hopefully some of you are in your gardens, or if you're actually in the UK, because it's a beautiful day here. We're just going to do a really straightforward workout, very little equipment, optional weights if you happen to have them, and a long resistance band if you have one. But again, both are optional. Workout's going to be about intermediate level. I'll offer advancements and also modifications if you want to kind of dial it up or dial it back. Just important to listen to your body and whatever you need today, but we'll have good stretch. We'll work out all of your muscles and you can get on with the rest of your day. So we're going to start standing up. Come to the end of your mat. Check your feet. Feet should be parallel and hip width apart. So toes and heels in a line. Roll the shoulders up, over, back, and down. Reach to the top of the head, and then breathe in, lift the arms over your head. Breathe out, come up onto your toes, and just hold your balance. You're going to twist to the left, keep the hips facing the front, breathing in. Exhale back to the center. Inhale, twist to the right. Back to the center again, just finding that balance, and then reach your arms out to the side as you drop your heels down to the mat. Drop your chin around your spine, and then slowly roll yourself down over your legs, just hanging over the legs. Nod the head yes, shake the head no, and then sway your arms left and right, just swinging your torso side to side, stretching out your lower back. Come back to the center, and now bend your knees and get your hands all the way down to the mat. Walk your hands forward, coming out into a strong plank. So lift the head, slide the shoulders down the back, zip the core in tight, and squeeze the glutes a little bit. Now we're going to come into a push-up. Inhale, lower the chest, pull your elbows in tight. Exhale, straighten up the arms. Breathe in as you lower, elbows in tight. Exhale, lift. Option to modify, dial it back by dropping those knees down. Let's aim for 3 more. Lift. Last 2. And lift. 1 more time. Down, up, and hold. Now lift your hips all the way up. Press into your heels. Hold your downward dog stretch for a big breath in. And then walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend the knees, round the spine, and slowly roll yourself all the way back up to standing. Shoulders and head up last. Big breath in, reaching the arms up. And then breathe out, come up onto your toes. Relax your shoulders away from the ears, nice long neck. We're going to drop the heels down and up. Breathe in and out. For 3. Last 2. Try to get as high as you can. Holding that last one nice and high. Arms reach out to the side then, and release the fingers together behind the back as you drop your heels down. Drop your chest forward with your arms dropping away from the body. Let the head hang. And again, nod your head. Good. Let the hands come down to the mat. Soften the knees. And again, we're going to walk out into your plank. Breathing out. Hold. Head up, shoulders down. Lift the right leg up. Lift it all the way as high as you can. And then drop that right knee under the body to the left elbow. Breathe in, lift the toe high to the wall behind you. Breathe out, right knee to left elbow. 2 more times. Lift and lower. Now, if you want to modify this, just hold your plank. You don't have to add the movement unless you want to advance it. Drop that right foot down. Just realign, reconnect with your core muscles. Drawing the belly button in. Then lift your left leg up. Left knee to right elbow. Keep it slow, breathing in. So you reach that toe behind you, shoulders behind hands. Breathe out, knee to elbow. Last 2, lift and lower. 1 more, lift and drop back into your plank. Hips high again, hold your downward dog stretch. Maybe walk your feet in a little bit, get your heels right down to the mat, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Bend the knees, articulate your spine as you slowly roll back up to standing. Shoulders and head coming up last. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale into your balance. Inhale, drop the heels. And one last time, dropping the chin, rounding the spine, rolling yourself all the way down. Now soften the knees, walk your hands forward. Back up into your plank, but this time we're going to come down to your elbows. Keep your hips low, lace your fingertips together, and just pull your elbows back towards your feet, pulling your toes up towards your elbows. So again, it's really tightening those abdominals. We're going to tap the right knee down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep pedaling the knees right to left. Right knee taps. Try not to put any weight into the knees. It's not like you're resting. You just tap it. Stay there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both knees up. Now I want you to walk your feet really close together. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your glutes. And we're going to drop the right hip down to the mat. Up and over, a little rainbow with those hips. The left hip down to the mat. Roll over your toes, right hip to the mat. Exhale. Inhale, change. Exhale, drop. Inhale, change. Aim for 4 more. Again, modification, just holding your low plank. Last 2. And 1. Come back to your starting point. Again, squeeze the glutes, lift the head. And I'm going to lift your left leg up. Small lift. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the shoulders over the hands. 3, 2, 1. Press into that left heel, right leg up. 8, 7. Again, this is quite strong. This is quite advanced. So again, feel free just to keep those feet down or even drop down to the knees. Last 2, 1, and then everybody drop those knees. And sit back onto your heel. Stretch your arms, rest your head, and breathe. Drag your hands back. We're going to flip over onto your back. And we're going to start the next part of the class with our 100. So onto your back. Knees up to tabletop. Neutral spine, so a little bit of gap under your lower back. Now take your thumbs to your ribs, sink your ribs down, pinkies towards your hip bones, just drawing those lower abdominals in tight, drawing the belly button in without pressing that lower back down. Head and shoulders up off the mat. Stretch the legs long, come out through the mouth. Now if you want to modify, we pull the knees in. If you want to advance, let's drop the legs lower. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Really squeeze the inner thighs together. Scoop the belly button in. Keep the weight of your head forward, looking down towards the abdominals. Breathing in. Let's aim for 4 more breaths. So strong arms. I don't want any floppy arms, no floppy wrists. Really reach those fingertips. Breathe in, strong breathing. 2 more breaths. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, and out. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Good. Take the shoulders back. Hug your knees in. And then reach your arms overhead. Stretch your legs out. Just really reach it from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. And then exhale. Lift the hands. Lift the head. Peel your spine up. And reach forward over those legs. Breathe in. Straighten up the back. Now, if you want to advance, pick up those weights. So we're going to have the weights in the hands. Again, optional. Roll yourself slowly down to the mat, resisting gravity. Breathe in, take the hands behind you, back the hands to the floor. Exhale, lift the hands, lift the head, peel the spine up, and reach forward. Breathe in, straighten the back, lengthen the spine. Breathe out, round the spine. Slowly down, 1 breath at a time. Inhale. Exhale, curling up. And inhale, straight back, shoulders down. Exhale, round the spine, point the just squeeze the legs together, really scoop the belly button in tight. Inhale. 1 more time, just classic roll up, hands, head, spine, slowly peeling up. Get that stretch of your hamstrings as you reach forward. And then inhale, straighten up the back. We're going to come halfway back, hold it here. Now roll the shoulders back, lift your chest, lift your chin, and then turn to the left. Left arm reaches out. Inhale, back to the center, turn to the right. Keep those hands in line with your shoulders. Don't let them drop down towards the floor. Make sure you're leaning back enough that you feel your abdominals having to work to hold you. Use the breath as an exhale as you open the arms out. Inhale to come back and really anchor your lower body. So no movement through the pelvis, no movement through your feet. But 1 more time each way. Make it as big as you can. Last one, out and back. And then slowly roll yourself down to the mat. Big breath in. And then breathing out, hands, head, spine, peeling up. Stretch forward. Inhale, straight back. Shoulders down, big string out of the top of the head, perfect long straight back. And we're going to come halfway back. Lift the arms a little higher and see if you can get the legs up towards those hands. Inhale to lower, exhale, lift. Modification, single legs, alternate. More advanced, we just make it a bigger range of motion. Getting as high as you can and then dropping to the mat without resting. Lift and lower. Stay there for 3 and 2. Last 1, legs down and come down an inch, hold. Down another inch, hold. See One more inch, holding there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come all the way down. And let's actually drop those weights. If you were using the weights, just place them to the side. Inhale, find that length through the fingertips, through your toes, and then exhale, sweep your hands around to your sides and pull your knees in, shoulders back, chin up. Now we're going to try to dial this up to our teaser, arms and legs straight. Exhale as you roll back down to the mat. Inhale, hold. And then again, level 1, we come up into our V-sit. Level 2, we come up into a teaser. Exhale slowly down to the mat. We're going to aim for 4 more. Inhale to hold. Exhale, lift. Shoulders back. Nice lifted chest. Stretch through the fingers. Exhale down. Inhale to hold. And 3. And down. We're always breathing out as we move. With this one, we breathe in as we hold. Breathe out as you move. In to hold. Last one, let's lift up and hold there for 4, 3, stretch everything really long, and then slowly, slowly come back down to the mat, pulling your knees into your chest and adding a little rock side to side. All right, knees now back into our tabletop position. Again, ribs down, hip bones drawing together, tightening your lower abdominals, arms off the edge of the mat. We're going to drop your knees to the right as you look to the left. And then breathe out, knees back to the midline, knees drop to the left, head to the right. And then exhale, lift, set the breath. We inhale as we let gravity pull those knees down towards the mat. And then exhale as we engage the muscles to lift the knees back to that tabletop position. Inhale to let gravity take hold. You're adding that twist, that mobility. Exhale, zipping the core in tight, engaging the muscles. One more time each way. Inhale down. Exhale up. Last one. Breathe in to lower. And up to lift. Good. Now we're going to go through about 4 different exercises without a break in between. So try to stay with me. If you want to modify, again, just take little breaks. Get your head down if you need to. But if you want to advance, just try to keep the head and shoulders really high through these next few exercises. I'm going to peel your head and shoulders up. Scoop the belly button in. We're going to start with our double leg stretch. Both arms and legs. Exhale. Inhale, tuck. And reach. And tuck. Let's go. 8. And 7. There's no movement through the head. No movement through the shoulders. Legs are together. 4 more. Breath is out as you reach and as you tuck. Last 2. And 1. Now, hug your right knee and stretch your left leg out, going straight into a single leg stretch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's give it one more set. Again, 8, get the shoulders a little higher, belly button in a little tighter. Exhale with each knee pull. 3, 2, 1. Pull both knees in. Now give that head some support, hands behind the head. Twist towards the knee, crisscross. 8, 7. Try to connect elbow to knee. Pull that knee across the chest. Exhale each twist. We'll do one more set again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now keep the shoulders high. Keep the head up. Just stretch the legs out. Exhale. Inhale, pull the knees in. Exhale, stretch. And bend. We're going to just do 4 more. Head and shoulders stay up. Neck nice and relaxed. 3. Belly button scooped in tight. Last 2. And 1. Good. Take the shoulders back. Pull the knees in. The abdominals should have been starting to burn a little bit by the end of that last one. Good. And now to stretch your legs out. I want you to lift your toes up to the ceiling. Get your legs as straight as you can. Again, we're going to take the hands behind the head. Feel the head and shoulders up and drop your right leg all the way to the floor. Left leg goes halfway and we have a little rotation, a little turn out. I want you to lift your kneecap and really get your quad muscle working. Belly button pulled in tight, small circles. Now look at your hips and keep them from moving. So imagine there's like a heavy lead blanket. Just laying across your hip bones, across the base of your ribs. No movement. Keep your head and shoulders high up off the mat. If you want to advance this, we hover that lower leg. If you want to dial it back, you can take your head down. Hold the next one. Now reverse the circles. 8, 7. Again, aiming for stability through the hips. Keep your breath flowing. Last 4. Get the legs really straight. 2. And hold. Now, if you haven't already lifted that right leg, I want you to have a go. Hold it there for 3, 2, 1, and then pull the shoulders in. Or, sorry, pull the knees in, drop your shoulders down, and take a big cleansing breath. Get ready for the other side, toes up, long straight legs, or straight as they get. Hands behind the head and shoulders up off the mat. This time the left leg goes all the way down to the mat, right leg goes halfway. Little turnout. Again, engage, kind of tone that quad muscle, really lifting the kneecap. Small circles, 8, 7, think ribs towards your hips, belly button in tight. Again, remember your modifications, either with that lower leg up or the shoulders down if you want to dial it back. Reverse your circles, 8 the other way. Stay there for 6, 5. The key is to have that stability. Keep the shoulders high if you can. Last 3, 2. Freeze your top leg. Now stretch a little longer and then lift your lower leg if you haven't already. Hang there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders down, knees in, and breathe. Okay, so we've worked quite a lot of surface muscle in tandem with the core muscle with your transverse abdominis. Now we're going to focus, kind of dialing it back just on your transverse abdominis. That's your corset muscle, your deepest muscle. It's not going to be as much of a burn, but we're going to come up into our tabletop neutral spine. So slide those fingertips under your lower back. Make sure you're not swishing into the floor. Good, then we're going to lower your right toe down. Hold it there. Keep your head and shoulders relaxed. Lower your left foot down. Hold. Lift the right knee up. Lift your left knee up. Now it's important that you have your hands resting across your abdominals, making sure nothing bulges up, because that would mean the rectus abdominis, your surface muscle, is firing. We want this to be deeper. We want this to be the shrinking muscles, which are your transverse abdominis. And lift. The breathing, I usually take little sips of breath as I stay still, and then generally exhale as I move. And lift, but you can also inhale as you lift because it's not a big exertion. So as long as you're never holding your breath, that's the most important thing. Lift and lift. Let's go one more time. Let's just switch that left leg if you haven't already, just leading with that left leg and lift and lift. Now, if you can find your weights again, you want to add that extra challenge, pick up your weights. Now lift your hands over your shoulders. Make sure your ribs are down, but you've got that neutral spine, that arch under the lower back. And then extend your right arm and left leg. Exhale, inhale back to our starting point. Slow exhales, you drop the left arm and the right leg. Inhale, come back to where we started. 4 more. Slow exhales, you hold. Inhale, lift. And 3. And lift. Remember, one hand always stays over the shoulder. One knee stays over the hip. So one more time, out and back. Now we're going to go out to the sides. So right arm, left knee. Don't let the pelvis tilt. After the weight of that knee, back to the starting point. Left arm, right knee. And back. And take it out. And back, narrowing the waist, lifting the pelvic floor just to get a slightly deeper connection through the abdominals. One more time each way. Exhale and inhale. Last one, out and in. Now holding here, I want you just to stretch your right leg long. Pull the left knee in, pull that right knee in. Left leg extends, no movement through the arms. So we're just gonna do 4 more. Right leg stretch and bend. Left leg stretch. Again, really zip the core in tight. Again, not a big burner, but we have to really pull everything in. Last one, out and back. Now we're gonna do both arms, both legs reach. Try to touch those weights to the floor behind you. Inhale back to the starting point. Exhale, reach the legs, tap the weights. Inhale back to all 4s. We're in that dead bug position. Breathing out, tap, and lift. Keep the ribs down. Last time, arms overhead, legs long, and then wrap your hands, hug your knees in, and just rock side to side. Great. Okay, pop your weights away and pick up your long band. Again, the band is optional. It's going to make things a little bit harder, so if you want to keep this at a beginner level, definitely don't feel like you have to use that band. I want your feet together and your knees together, inner thighs touching. So if you look down, there's no daylight between your legs. Everything's zipped in tight. Hold that band over your hips. We're going to breathe out, tilt the pelvis, lower back presses into the mat, belly button scoops, and then lift the hips up into the back. Squeeze your glutes really tight, and then inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. 8 more there. So think about narrowing your waist as you lift your hips up. So imagine like something wrapped around your middle, tightening as you lift those hips. So again, that's just firing that transverse abdominis. It's going to support the lower back. Make sure we're squeezing the glutes and the inner thighs as well. Hold the next one up and little pulse at the top. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the hips down and come up onto your tiptoes. So heels are up, walk your toes in close. Still with the toes touching, knees touching, inner thighs squeezing. Backs of your hands, backs of your arms should stay on the floor. Exhale, tilt the pelvis and lift the hips up. Inhale, lower. And lift. So really draw your heels in towards each other. Squeeze the inner thighs. Wrap the glutes around that tailbone as we're narrowing the waist, lifting up. Exhale and inhale. 4 more. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep holding that band tight. Last 2. And then hold the last one up. Little squeeze at the top. 8, 7, 6. Really pull those knees in tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the hips down and flip your feet. So your heels are down and your toes are up. So it's like a flex foot. Make sure you still have a good grip on the band. Shoulders away from the ears. Big breath in to prepare. And then tilt the pelvis. Lift the hips up into that band. And lower. Lift and lower. 8, 7, 6. Again, squeezing the inner thighs, squeezing the knees. Squeezing those glutes, everything kind of wrapping in towards that midline. Last 3, 2, hold the last one up, little squeezes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the hips down, drop your toes, walk your feet in a little bit closer, and then you're flat. We're gonna breathe out, lift the hips high up off the mat. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your right knee up and go down and up for 4, 3, 2. Hold the hips high. Lower your right foot down. Keep the hips high as you lift your left knee up. Right foot on the mat. 4 times. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 2. Last one. We're going to do 1 more time. Each leg pressing up into that band. Right knee comes up. Knee stays bent. Lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot down, shoulders relaxed. Last set, down and up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now drop the foot, lift your band up over your shoulders and shorten that band slightly. Get the hips even higher. Pull those knees in towards each other and then pull your band down over your chest. Inhale, stretch the arms. Exhale, pull the band. And now if you have weights but no band, pop the weights into your hands. If you don't have either, just squeeze those muscles. Imagine you're kind of pushing your arms through wet cement. Stay there for 6 and 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reach the arms all the way behind you, backs the hands to the floor, and then breathe out, drop the ribs, roll through the middle back, lower back, hip bones, tailbone comes down last, and then use your band to just hug your knees in, or your hands, and a little rock side to side. Now we're going to pop the band away and pick up your weights. We're going to do the next shoulder bridge on our toes, so heels up, so walk your toes in close. Your feet are hip width apart with this one. We're not squeezed in tight, so you've got a little space between those knees. We're going to press your lower back down, heel the spine slowly up off the mat. Once the hips are up, we think about rib to hip connection, just slightly closing the ribs towards the hips. Lift your arms up to the ceiling with the weights in your hands, and then lift your right toe up to the ceiling. Stretch that leg nice and long. Imagine the hips sitting on a shelf, nice and high, small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Lift everything a little higher. Reverse your circles. 8 the other way. 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep that core strong to support the lower back. Last one. Now flex your foot. Lower the arms as you lower the leg. Then breathe out. Everything comes back to the starting point. Inhale as you lower down towards the floor. Exhale as you lift back up to the ceiling. 4 more. Inhale. Try to stay high on that left toe. Keep the hips high. Keep the hips level. Last 2. And lift. 1 more. And lift.
and then take that right toe down. Now, I should offer some modification. If you're struggling with that, drop your heels down. If you feel any cramp coming out in your left leg, you can also drop your hips down if necessary. Small circles with that left leg. Our arms are still over the shoulders, hips still high, ribs towards your hips, keeping the core strong. So that's still high, ribs towards your hips, keeping the core strong. So that's 3, 2, 1. Reverse your circles. Try to lift the hips a little higher. Keep that breath flowing. Stay here. 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now flex the foot and lower the arms. Exhale. Everything comes back to the ceiling. Inhale as you lower the arms behind you. Flex that foot, then point the toe. 4 more. Inhale and exhale. 3. Last 2. And lift. 1 more. Down and up. Take the toe back down. Come out. Lift the hips a little higher. Reach the arms, the weights all the way behind you. Backs of the hands touching the floor. Drop your rib cage down. Keep the hips high. Keep it really slow. Middle back second. Now begin to that lower back, 1 vertebra at a time. And then hip bones hit the mat, tailbone down. Drop your heels and take your hands back to your sides. Drop your weights and pull your knees in. Good. Okay, take your hands behind you, draw your chin into your chest. We're gonna roll ourselves up. Get your feet down on the mat. Let's just move those weights out of the way. I want you to scoot yourself forward to the front of your mat. We're gonna roll back. So I just wanna make sure you've got enough mat behind you that you're not gonna whack your head. Take your hands behind the knees, scoop your thumbs and lift your feet up. I'm gonna roll back. We're gonna start with our rolling like a ball, nice and easy. So make sure there's always some point of contact with the mat, that you're not falling backwards. Rounded spine. Now we're gonna add the hands down to the mat, toes touching behind you as close as you can, and then lifting high, high, high up into a nice long shoulder stand. Then exhale back into your balance. Let's try that again. Hands to the mat, reaching the legs behind. Mine will touch, maybe yours don't worry about it. Try to float the legs up, imagine the strings pulling them up to the ceiling, hollowing your abdominals, and then breathing out as you come back into your balance. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll it back. Use your hands. Feel free to take your hands to your lower back if that helps. Lift the toes up. Hold, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Control as you come back. Try to nail your balance. Last one, round the spine. Touch those toes behind. Lift them up, up, up. Hold, squeezing everything. Hold there for 3, 2, 1. Control as you come back. Soles of your feet together, knees out. And just press those knees down to the floor. And stretch your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet. You're going to slide your hands on the legs. You can grab your feet. If you can't get your feet, just grab your ankles and just pull that chest down. Letting your head hang. Turn your right ear to your right shoulder. And then left ear to left shoulder, just to stretch up your upper back a little bit. And then inhale, straighten up your back. Okay, let's flip over to all fours. And I want you to have your weights in your hand, if you're using them. Hands beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. Draw your belly button up and away. And we're gonna lift the right arm and left leg. Inhale, drop it down. And switch without any movement through the spine, left arm, right leg. Inhale down. So imagine we've got a teacup sitting in the middle of the back. Doesn't move when we change from one side to the other. Nice flowing movements, reaching, lengthening. Exhale up. Inhale down. And lift. And lower. Last 2. Up. And down. Now I'm going to hold this last one up. Stretch the fingers, stretch the toes, and try to slide the hand out to the side. Slide back to your midline. That's 3. Hand and shoulder in line, hand and foot in line with the shoulder and the hip. Last one, out, back, and down. I'm going to do that on the other side. Lift, stretch long, pull your ribs up and away 5 times. Out to the corners of the mat, and back. 4, balancing on the opposite hand and knee. 3, try to make it a little bigger. Stretch a little longer. Last one, out, back, and down. Now we're just gonna pop the weights away, come down to your elbows, and slide your right leg back. To lift the lower back, press the mat away, and lift that right leg up and down. Nice long movements, slow movements, lengthening and stretching as you lift. Squeeze that glute on that right leg, and keep your left leg strong. Make sure you're not sinking into that standing leg, that standing hip at all. That's 2. Hold the last one up, point the toe to the ceiling, pulse up. 8, 7, really try to poke that toe right up to the ceiling. I'm trying to hit Arizona with my toe. 4 more, 3, 2, 1, and then inhale, lower the knee down to the mat. Exhale, stretch the leg to the top of the wall behind you. Inhale down, exhale, reach. Think about your upper body. Press the mat away, slightly pulling those elbows apart. Just got good, strong connection through your shoulders and your upper back. Last one, we're gonna stretch the leg, and then imagine you're pushing down a heavy spring as you slowly lower to the mat. Drag the toe out to the corner, and a little turn out so the pinky toe is up, and then lift that leg along diagonal. 4 more. So exhale, lift, look off the end of the mat, inhale, lower. That's 2. Hold the last one. Now bend the knee, wrap the toe in, turn the knee out, circle the knee 4 times, up and around. 3, 2, 1, reverse it. 4, making big circles. 3, nothing else should move. 2, and 1. Knees together, sit back onto your heels, stretch your arms, rest your head for a moment. And let's do it all on the other side. Fingertips together, press the mat away, pull your elbows slightly apart, slide that left leg back, zip the core in, and lift and lower. Now if you want to modify this, you can just do fewer repetitions, take little breaks as necessary, or if you're up on your hands, there's less stress on your upper body, or less kind of pressure, you're just working those shoulders and your upper body a bit less. Last 2, and 1. Now point that toe up to the ceiling, little pulses up. 1, 2. Again, make sure you're not sinking into that right hip. That right hip should stay right over that knee. Make sure you're not sinking into your shoulders, always pressing that mat away, slightly pulling those elbows apart. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now breathe in, drop the knee down. Breathe out, lift that toe long. Reaching that toe to the top of the wall behind you. Breathe in and out, looking off the end of the mat. Stay there for 4 and 3. Just look down, just check that hip stays over that knee. Last one, let's hold that leg nice and high, lift it even a touch higher, and then slowly resisting gravity as you come all the way down to the floor. Drag the toe out to the corner of the mat, add a little rotation, a little turnout, and then lean slightly to the left as you lift that left leg up. Just want you to counterbalance that kind of need or that tendency to lean into your right side. So really keep the body shifting almost to the left, lengthening through that left toe. Last 3, and 2. Hold the last one up. Now wrap that toe around, small circles. 4, actually this one can big. 3, 2, 1, for the other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees together and sit back. Let's open the knees out and slide the ribs between your knees, stretching your arms out in front of you. Good. Now drag your hands back. Let's just take a moment to quickly grab a quick sip of water before we do our final stretch. Now, onto our side lying. I'm going to prop your head up, bend the knee of the lower leg, top leg is straight, foot flexed, core strong, shoulders back, start lifting and lowering. Now don't use momentum, don't just kind of swing that leg, try to control. Keeping this strong, squeezing the outside of that leg, that glute medius. I'm going to start burning that up in a little bit. Last 2. And 1. Take the leg down, I'm going to kick it forward. Swing forward, back, up, and down. Foot stays in line with your hip. Don't let it drop any lower than that hip. Don't let gravity pull it down to the floor. Keep your upper body perfectly still. 4 more. Full range of motion. That means foot comes right in front of you. Back in line with the rest of the body. 2 more times. Forward, back, high and low. Last one, forward, back, up, and down. Now point the toe. We're gonna do big circles. 4, 3, keep the upper body still. 2, 1, all the way around, reverse it. 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Now extend the lower leg, drop your head, and lift your top arm. Small circles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 6 the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now lift the bottom leg. Top leg is locked in place. Tap the foot, tap the floor. Let's lift that top leg a touch higher. And again, aim for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the lower leg up. Flex your feet on both legs and lift that top leg one last time. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep your rib hip connection. Keep the core strong, especially as you start to fatigue. Keep everything else perfect. Last 2. Hold the last one up. 8 plus the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the feet in line with your hips and scissor both legs without moving the pelvis, without moving the spine. You sweep the legs on, no bend in your knees. Stay there for 4, 3, so you can get the legs a little higher. 2, 1, legs come back together, drop the feet down, and stretch that top knee forward, hand from the head holds the knee. I'm going to swing the other arm all the way around your body. 2 big swings, drawing a circle around the body. Reverse 2 the other way. Good. Okay, before we change sides, we're going to come into a side plank. So the middle finger should point to the end of your mat. Your hand should be directly under your shoulder. So we're going to start with our level 1, our modified. Knee stays down. We're going to lift this hand up, look to the ceiling. I'm just going to tuck through the body, twisting the shoulders, but keeping the hips face forward lift. Just goes through the body, making sure the shoulder stays right over that hand and pressing into your fingertips, almost cupping the palm of your hand. That spreads the weight right through the ends of those fingers so we don't overload our wrist. Now let's try to advance if you can. Squeeze your glutes a little bit, trying to take those hips forward. Stay there for 3 and 2. Last 1, up and hold. Now lift the arm up, lift the hips even higher. Inhale, drop the hips as low as you can. Exhale, lift. And there are options to dial it back with that knee down. Or keep dialing it up into your full side plank. 4 more, high to low. 3, don't rush through them. Keep the glutes tight. Last 2. And back, and I'm going to hold that up and look up again, hands shoulders away from me, squeeze the glutes, hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop your bottom knee, both knees come down, the hand that was on the mat lifts up and over, and we circle that wrist. Now we have to go through the side line on the other side. We finish with a side plank. Flip yourself around, drop your head up, bottom knee is bent, down on the mat, top leg is straight, foot flex, ribs towards your hips, lift and lower, up and down. I always just like to do little checks, lower abdominals, belly button, ribs, everything's pulling in. My shoulders are back, nice long neck. Good. 4 more. Getting that full range of motion, not letting the foot drop too low. Last 1, and I'm going to kick it forward, back, up, down. It's like your leg is cutting an L shape through the air, foot stays in line with your hip. 4 more. Forward, no movement through the spine. Forward, back, up, down. Last 2. And 1 more. Forward, back, up, and down. Now point the toe. Big circles. 4. We're going to flow right from 1 to the next. 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. Check your posture. Check your alignment. Reverse the circles. 4 and 3. Last 2 and 1. Holding there. Now we're going to extend the lower leg. Drop your head. Drop your hands. Wrap the hands around the waist. Make sure you've got a lift through that lower oblique. Hand up to the ceiling, top leg up, small circle. 6, 5, 4, keep your neck long. Keep the core tight, keep your rib to hip connection. Hold the next one, reverse your circle. 6 the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now lift that top leg a little higher, tap the foot, tap the floor. Inner thigh of your lower leg is squeezing as you lift that leg up. Stay there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Flex your feet. 8, big lift at the top leg. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold the last one up. 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then to finish this side, scissor. 8, 7, 6. No movement. 4. Feel free to take a hand down. Last 2 and 1. Legs come back together. Drop the feet down. That leg was burning up. My right leg always hurts a little more than my left. Just everybody has those little imbalances. Just good to be aware of them. So 2 big circles all the way around your body. And reverse your circles 2 the other way. Good. And then take your knees together. And we're going to come up, and now we do our side plank series. So again, middle finger pointing to the end of your mat, shoulder over the hand, lift the hips up, imagine a sling just pulling you up through the waist, lift that top hand to the ceiling, and then breathe out, tuck through the body, inhale, lift up. And tuck through, keep your shoulder over your hand, tuck, really twist, and lift, twist. Now let's try to dial it up if you can, taking that knee away. Stay there. 4, keep the glutes tight. 3, last 2. Remember to press into your fingertips, cup the palm of the hand. Last one, hold the arm up. Now lift the arm right up to that ear, hips high, hips low. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Think about really bending that side as you lift it high to the ceiling, bending as you drop the hips to the mat. Keep the hips kind of pushing forward. So now kind of swing the hips to the back wall. Last 3 and 2. Option to drop that knee back down if you need it. Hold the last one. Look up at that hand, shoulders down, squeeze the glutes. Hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then lower the knee. Drop the top knee, hand from the mat goes up over your head, and we circle the wrist. Okay, flip onto your front, nearly finished. Just do a very brief couple of exercises on your front. Option to grab your weights. So elbows out to your side, elbows bent, feet hip width apart. Belly button pulled up away from the mat. We're just gonna lift the chest, exhale, inhale, lower down. Just lifting the weights, lifting the arms, lifting the chest, lifting the head. Imagine you're wearing a neck brace. So I don't want to see the head bobbing up first. Ears and shoulders always stay in one line, traveling at the same speed. Last 3 and 2 and 1. Now take the hands down along your sides. Lift the chest, pull the shoulder blades together, lift the arms. And back to the hands, touch the floor. Rotate the arms as you lift. And lower. Keep the core strong. Imagine you're pulling those hip bones together, just tightening the lower abdominals, hollowing out the abdominals. Try to keep your feet relaxed. 3 more. And 2. Last 1. And down. And then to finish, arms out to the corners of your mat. Take your feet a little wider. Again, scoop the belly button up and away. If you want to modify, just drop the weight. If you want to keep it strong, keep the weights in the hands, lift the arms and legs, and flutter. Stay there. 8, 7. Long, strong legs, long, strong arms. Keep your breath flowing. 3, 2, 1 more second. A little higher, a little longer. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop everything down, hands under your shoulders. Sit back onto your heels. Rest your heads, stretch out the lower back. Come up to all fours. And tuck the left foot under the body. Slide the right leg back. Look to the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale down to your elbows. down to your chest, and then down onto one cheek. And just melt any further, maybe a little bit of movement, a little sway side to side. One more breath. And then just lift your chest, coming up out of that stretch. Walk your hands back, uncross your left leg. Tuck your right foot under the body. Right knee to the outside of that mat. So your lower leg is almost perpendicular to your mat. Top leg, that straight leg just reaches behind, looking up as you breathe in. And then just dropping the chest as you exhale. And melting all the way down, turning onto the opposite cheek this time. One more big exhale, just melting. Add a little bit of movement side to side. Good. And then just roll all the way over onto your back. Grab your long band again. And we're gonna wrap that band around your right foot. Right foot up to the ceiling. Left leg long, shoulders down. And do some circles. 3, 2, and the other way. And then just out to the side. Inner thigh stretch, hold. Up and over. The outer thigh stretch. Kick the heel away. Keep the right hip down. Pull the band. Breathe. Back to the center. Left foot into your band. Right leg long. Your small circles. 4, 3, 2, reverse. 3, 2, and hold. Then drop the leg to the side. Inner thigh stretch. And then come up across the body. Keep the left hip down. Press the heel away. Pull that band. Feel that outer thigh, that nerve stretch that may run through the back of your knee. And then back to the center. And just drop your band. Bend the knees, roll yourself all the way over. Drop your chin to your chest, around the spine. Exhale. And then inhale, tuck your toes. Lift your knees up, press into the heels. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Hang over the legs, maybe wrapping around the backs, the ankles. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. And then soften the knees, let your hands hang, and slowly roll yourself up like a rag doll, just restacking one vertebra on top of the other, shoulders and head coming up last. Inhale, lift the arms up, ribs towards your hips, core in strong, lift up onto those toes, finding your balance, nice long neck, low shoulders, and then arms out to your sides, and wrap the hands behind you. Good, well done, all set for the rest of your weekend. Hope you enjoy it. We'll be back again on Monday morning. Hope to see you then.